Hello everyone, I once again welcome you all to my YouTube channel English by Nisa. So in today's video we are going to discuss monophthongs. So before moving further, let's see what are monophthongs and what's its origin, from where the word monophthongs comes. So it's necessary for us to see the origin of this monophthongs. So this monophthongs is nothing but it is a branch of linguistics. So what is linguistics here? Linguistics is nothing but it is the scientific study of a language. Now what is language here? We all know that language is nothing but we use this language for communication. We all associate ourselves by the language we speak. We use language for very important social purpose, that is for communication. So in monophthongs in today's lesson we are learning how to pronounce the word for our communication. So as I told you, let's see the branches of this linguistics. So this is a linguistic, it has these many branches. See here it is a linguistic and it has these many branches. So let's see one by one. In brief I will explain you, then we'll move to our today's lesson, that is monophthongs. So let's see first this speech of the words. What are phonetics? So this first branch of this linguistic is phonetics. So phonetics is nothing but it is a branch of linguistics, as you can see here, which deal with the production, transmission and reception of sounds of any language. If I say you in a simple words, this phonetics is concerned with how sound are produced. So this how speech words will produce, that only called phonetics. Now let's move to the second one. This is phonemes. Now what are phonemes here? Phonetics are nothing but it is a production of the sound. Now what is phonemes here? Phonemes is the smallest consistent linguistic, means it is the smallest unit of sound which can bring about a change of meaning. Like for example, you can see here I am writing here cat. So here cat and the cell. You can see here I have used the same letter C and C, but in both the words I am pronouncing this C letter differently. So this is only the phonemial unit of sound. So this bring the change in the meaning. So we should know the correct pronunciation. That here in cat we are pronouncing C as ka, but in cell we are pronouncing C as sa. So in linguistic we learn this only, that about the sound of the language. So these phonemes are nothing but it's concerned with the phonology. Phonology means the study of the words, study of the letters. Now let's move to the words. So here we all are familiar with the term word here. So this word, the study of this word is related to morphology. Now what is morphology here? So as we all know that words are nothing but these are the group of letters which give sense to us, which give some meaning to us, that is called word. And when we group these words together which make a sentence, which give a meaningful sense to us, which we call it as a sentence. So here you can see a sentence. So here we have six group of words which together making a sentence. We are inhabiting a wasteland. So what I want to say is morphology is nothing but here we learn that how these words function and how we have to pronounce our sentences. So in writing we are separated by space, as you can see here I have put some space, means give I have given some gap between these words. So in writing we put some space, but while pronouncing the words we use pauses here. So like we are inhabiting a wasteland. So here I'm pausing, means I'm giving a pause between these sentences. So this only the morphology, the correct pronunciation of a word or a sentence. Now let's move forward. Now we learn how to make a words. After words, what we learn? We learn how to make phrases and sentences by using these words. So the study of learning these phrases and sentences, we call it syntax, which give meaning to us. After this, after learning these phrases and sentences, we learn how to write a paragraph. So this we learn in semantic and paragrammatic. So which give us some meaning, means after reading that we should know something, we should learn something. As you can see here in the diagram, this phonetics and phonology, we study the sound system here. We study that how the letter sound. Here in the morphology and the syntax we study the sound structure here. And in semantic and paragrammatic, we study the meaning of the sound. So here we learn the letter sound, means how the letter we have to pronounce. Then here how to arrange words and a sentence. Then here we learn the meaning, that word and sentence should give us meaning. Now let's move to our chapter, today's lesson, that are phonetics. We are going to learn monophthong, that is a branch of phonetics only. So let's get started here. So what are phonetics? Just now I said you before that phonetics are nothing but, here I told you it is a production of the sound. So here we have learned just now, phonetics are nothing but it is a production of sound. That how sound or what we have to pronounce. So in this monophthongs we are going to learn that the vowel sound, but before that let's see what is IPI. It is very important to know this. IPI is nothing but it stands for International Phonetic Alphabet. So this International Phonetic Alphabet, it was published in 1888. It helps us to pronounce the letters and words properly, helps in our pronunciation. So in monophthongs, diphthongs and consonant sounds, we are going to learn this IPA only. These are the International Phonetic Alphabet. So that only we are going to discuss. So let's move further. So here in phonetics we have these many things like origin of the sound, like we study in the linguistic only. Just now I said how to produce the sounds. Then sound transmission we learn in the physics, and receiving of the sound we learn in medical. So we no need to learn these two things here. Only we are concerning about the sound system, which we are going to learn in this lesson. So for the phonetics. So phonetics are nothing but it is the production of the sound. So here we have in English 26 letters that we call alphabet. So this 26 letters of English produce 44 sounds, unlike the other languages. If I take the example of Telugu, it has 56 letters or maybe more than 56. So but in the Telugu 56 letter and we have 56 sounds only, but in English we have 26 letters and that 26 letter produce 44 sounds. How it shows 44 sounds, let's see that. So just now as I told you, this phonemic sounds are 44. In English we have 26 letters which we call alphabet. So this 26 letters divided into 5 vowel and 21 consonants. This 5 vowel produce 20 sound, which make us confused. Language has its own alphabet, means letters. As you can see here in English we have 26 letters. But the difficulty with regard to the sound of English is that one letter may have more than one sound, unlike in other language. As you can see, we have 5 vowel and 21 consonant, but this 5 vowel produce 20 sounds, and this 21 consonant produce 24 sounds. This leads to the confusion for many of the non-native speaker of English, like us in India. This confusion of sound also leads to mispronunciation of sound and words, which end up misunderstanding or miscommunication. So to avoid those things, we are learning this monophthongs in this lesson. So let's see these 5 vowels which produce 20 sounds. This we are going to discuss in first unit. This you will be having in your second unit, and this consonant sound you'll be having in your third unit. This 5 vowel produces 20 sound, which is divided into two, that monophthongs and diphthongs. Now monophthongs are 12, means we have 12 vowel sound, single vowel sound. So this mono is nothing but which shows single, and this thongs is nothing but which shows sound. So monophthongs means single vowel sound we are going to learn, which are 12. We also call it pure vowel sound. And we have diphthongs. Dip is not, di means two, and this thongs again means sound. Here we are going to discuss two vowel sound, and it is also called glides. So but here in this lesson we are learning monophthongs, which are pure vowel sound. So this monophthongs further divided into two. Short vowel sound are 7 and long vowel sounds are 5. So let's see the monophthongs, which are 12. So monophthongs, just now I told you these are the single vowel sound. Mono means once and thongs means sound. So these monophthongs are based on single vowel sound. So here on the screen you can see these all are IPR alphabet, means International Phonetic Alphabet. So this help us to pronounce the word properly. So whenever you search a word in a Google, you will see this IPR, International Phonetic Alphabet, means letters above our English word. Or in your glossary, in your readers also, you will see these type of letters or words which help us to pronounce the word properly. So English spelling and pronunciation are two different things. It is important to keep in mind that we are not interested in English alphabet here, but are interested in the sound. For instance, English alphabet has 5 vowels, means letters A, E, I, O, we have discussed, but they are producing 20 sounds. For example, if you see the word please, so it has 3 vowel sound, E, A, and this E again. So we are pronouncing only one vowel sound here based on its phonemic transcription. Like in, you can see here, I am writing please, we pronounce in this way, please. So this, instead of this ea, I'm pronouncing this please. So this I plus 2 dot, it is a phonemic, means it is a monophthongs which we learn in long vowel. Here we are learning short vowels. So but I want to show that how we are pronouncing, how this help us to pronounce the word correctly. So here we are not concerning about these spellings but the pronunciation. That only we are going to learn the pronunciation in this video. You can see that we have all this short vowel sound. These are the symbol of this IPR, means phonetic transcription. And here example that how we have to pronounce the word. And here the example of these words where we can use this word. So let's start it. So here the first symbol, you can see here you have to memorize these symbols. So we pronounce, where we pronounce this letter, this symbol, we pronounce in man. So how we have to pronounce it, like a. So as you can read apple, cat. So here we are pronouncing the letter a. Rat, sat, bat, hat. You can write more words which you know. So here how we are pronouncing, we are concerning about the pronunciation here. Here we are pronouncing the a sound. So whenever you see in your exam this letters, you have to see that a pronunciation, like in man. Now let's see the second symbol here. You can see it's look like a E. So it give a sound like A, as in get, met, set, A sound. You are getting A like met, A, set, A, bet, let, shall, wet. So whenever you see in your exam this letter, so you have to see the words which produce the sound A. Now let's move further. Let's see the symbol here. You can see here it's look like a, but we have here some line is there, so it's look like this. So here what is the pronunciation, this o, like on, as in on. So you should remember the sound on. So if you see this symbol in your exam, you have to see the sound on. Hot, pot, o sound, box, lol, not. So you can see more words. So this produce o sound. Now let's see the another sound. The next sound, this is u. So here I have written OU, that sound produce U. I did not wrote only O because you may get confused that you will pronounce it O. It's not O, it's U, like in foot, like in full. So here just now I told we are not concerning about the spelling but the sound. No matter whatever spelling you are getting, but you should see the sound. If the letter or word producing oo sound, then it's this one, this symbol. Like in foot, we don't pronounce it like food, we pronounce it like foot. And here good, put, took, should, would, and good. So here oo. Now here you can see the difference between this o, on, o, it is o, and it is oo, o and oo. Now let's see this I. It's like, so this symbols monophthongs is, we are always in this slant line, means slanting lines. You can see these two slanting lines, and in this we have these our symbols. So this is the I without dotted. In short vowel we have without dotted. In long vowel we have dotted I. So here without dotted I you have to pronounce E. Only simple E, like in it. we should not pronounce it long. We have to pronounce it short, like in pin, in, short, very short, sit, bit, hit, bill, pity, ill. So you have to pronounce in this way only, short vowel, that is E. You can see here, this is the symbol here, it's like a E which produce a sound like in get, bet, met. But here we have this inverted E like symbol which produce that A sound which is very half. Here also we have learned the A sound, that is A, but here it's produce a half sound of A, like in the. We are not saying cat. Here we are pronouncing A sound whole, cat, rat. But here only we are pronouncing A sound half, but very short half, means very short like in the teacher. So here we are not pronouncing R, here only teacher, writer, and here suppose. So here very short we are pronouncing this E. Allow, about, Twitter. Now it's not agree, it's agree. So it's agree. So this we are pronouncing very short. This we are pronouncing half of this Now here the triangle sign symbol you can see which produce a sound here again, which we use in U. So here we are not concerning about the spellings but the sound. We are pronouncing is very fastly. This R sound we are pronouncing very fastly. So it's look like we are pronouncing U, like in cup, under, but, up, butter, tub, pub, and love. So you can see under, it's look like under we are speaking or pronouncing, but. So here very fastly we are pronouncing the sound. So you can see here these many monophthongs we have which are short vowels. Now let's see the long vowels. How many we have these long vowels? So we have 5 long vowels. As I told you, 12 we have this 12, total we have 12 monophthongs. Out of those 12, 7 short vowels and 5 long vowels. So just now we have seen this long short vowels. Now we are discussing this long vowel sound. Here we have to pronounce the vowel sound long. So now let's see the table of this. So here you can see the table. So these are the symbol. Just now in short vowel sound we had this I without dotted, which we were pronouncing like pin, in, very short E sound. But here if you find two dotted with I, you have to pronounce it like E, double E, like in she, we, he, me, tea. Rest of the words you can read by yourself aloud. Now let's see the another symbol. As you can see, it's look like a 3 with 2 dots, or else inverted E dot. You can get like this or like this, both are same. So where we have to pronounce, how we have to pronounce this letter? It's pronounced like like in her, were, bird, burn, sir, earth, girl. So sound, which produce sound, as you can read these words with your own. Now let's see, it's like a with two dots which produce a sound like in art, heart. Again, we are not concerning about the spellings here but the sound, how we are producing the sound. That word should give this a sound like heart, start, dark, cart. You can read more. Now let's see like it's inverted C with two dots as in pout. So here it's give like for, core, o sound, door, saw. So here how the British pronounce like saw. So o sound you have to see, cord, pot, word, o sound. Now let's see U with two dots. Before we have seen U without dots, that was producing good, put, took sound. But if we have two dotted with this U, then it show like sound two. We have to pronounce it long, like in shoe, move, lose, noodle, and food. We had that foot without doubted. We have, even though we have to double O here, but if you get this symbol without dot, then you have to pronounce it very fast because this is short vowel. Foot, it's foot, foot. But here food, mood, rude. Here again you are not seeing any double O here, but we are not concerning about the spelling but the pronunciation. Remember this thing. You should not see the spelling in your exam but see the pronunciation. So these all are the short vowel which are 5. I wrote it wrong. Let me correct it. These are 5. So we have 5 short vowels. These are the symbol of this, and these are long vowel sounds. So today we have learned monophthongs, which is a branch of linguistics. We have these many branches in linguistics. In linguistics we have learned this phonetics. Phonetics are nothing but this is the international phonetic alphabet we are learning, which is monophthongs. In English language we have 26 alphabet, means a letter, which 5 vowels and 21 consonant, but it produces 44 sounds. So in this 5 vowel we have 12 monophthongs and 8 diphthongs. The diphthongs we will learn in another video. These monophthongs are divided into 7 short vowel sound and 5 long vowel sound. So here this monophthongs we have these many short vowel sounds. Here we have to pronounce very shortly, and here we have 5 again. This is 5 again. We have before we had 7, now this 5 short vowel we have short vowel sounds. So I hope it would be helpful for you. Stay tuned for next video, and thanks for watching.